Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'll show you how you can create an ink logo reveal animation inside of Davinci Resolve. We'll use a free ink stock footage to create this animation. Before we get started, if you really enjoyed the video, make sure you leave a like. And if you're new here, then consider subscribing to the channel. Here we are inside the Fusion page. So if I just go to the media pool, I have already loaded the footages that I'll be using to create this animation. I have this ink footage over here, and I have another ink footage, and there is this Davinci Resolve logo and a background, a paper texture background. I got this from unsplash.com. So let's start by dragging in our logo inside, and let's rename this to logo. And let's bring in our ink footage. Let's exit out of the media pool and let's rename this to ink 01. Click on OK. If I take a look at this ink footage, this is 1280 by 720, and what I want to do is I want to get rid of the white background from this footage. So I can select this node and add in a luma keyer to this. Click on add. If I take a look at this luma keyer, it gets rid of the black area and not the white, so I can just simply click on the invert option to get rid of the white area. Then with the contract and expand slider, I can just adjust some settings. I think that looks great. All right, so let's connect this logo with this luma keyer and see this merge node. And I'm going to set the operator to N. I can see the ink revealing our logo. Right, I think the logo is too big, so I can select the logo node over here and I can add a transform node to this. This transform, I can just reduce the size. Right, that's looking good. All right, the next step is to add our text. So I'm going to just select all of this and group this, and I'm going to call this logo animation. Click on OK. Let's bring in our text. Let's view this text and type in our text, Davinci Resolve, just to compare it with the logo we have. So I'm going to just merge this up, and we have this merge over here. Let's view this. I can see the text is too big, so I'm going to select the text, just bring it under our logo and just reduce the size. And I can just change the font. I'm going to change the font weight to extra bold. Then you can just get rid of the merge for now. Let's concentrate on the text. We want to have the same ink animation on the text as well. So let's go to the media pool and use a different stock footage, this one, and I'm going to rename this and call it ink 02. Again, if we take a look at it, this is how it is going to look. We're going to apply luma keyer to this and just combine these two together. All right, so on this merge node, just make sure that we swap the inputs. So as you can see, the merge size is 640 by 360. So on this merge, right click and click on swap inputs. So now the size is 1920 by 1080. And still you will not be able to see the text, and that's because our ink is not on top of the text. Go to the merge 6 and just bring it down, and on the luma keyer, just make sure that the invert option is ticked. All right, so we have this ink animation in our text. Cool. Now I can just group this and rename it. Let's say text animation. And now for the background, I can go to media pool and just bring in this texture we have. You can see this is how it is going to look. All right, so on this node, I'm going to rename this and call it BG. All right, let's combine these. Let's combine these two together. This will result in a merge node. If we take a look at this, this is how it's going to look. I'm just going to merge the merge 7 with this BG texture we have. And this is how it is going to look. All right, so just make sure that when you merge these together, the logo animation node or the group is coming in as a foreground, and the text animation is coming in as a background on this merge. And in merge 8, make sure that the merge is coming in as a foreground and the BG texture is coming in as a background. All right, now after this merge 8, we are going to add image plane 3D. Click on add, and this will allow us to create our 3D animation. So let's view this. This is how it is going to look. On this image plane, I'm going to add a camera 3D, and we don't actually need the merge 3D here. We can just connect this up directly. like so. And after this camera 3D, we are going to add renderer 3D. So it will look something like this. Go back to your image plane and go to transform and just push it back in the Z space, like so. You can hold the control key and just, be precise with this. And now we are just going to rotate this, something like that. And on the maybe Y axis as well. Yeah, we're going to start with that. So this is how it's going to start. In the rotation, I'm going to right click in this empty area and click on animate rotate group. And it will create all the 3 keyframes for you on X, Y, and Z. Go to the last frame and set it back to 0. Alright, after you've done that, then go to render 3D and make sure the renderer type is set to OpenGL. Go to accumulation effects, click on enable accumulation effect. Alright, so for the amount of depth of field blur, I'm just going to reduce that. So maybe let's go with 0.087 for now. Go to your camera 3D and we have the focal plane. Let's just adjust that. You can use this slider to focus in the center of our logo. So let's just keep adjusting that. There we go. And let's go to renderer 3D. And we're actually going to reduce the depth of field blur. I think that it is too much. And that looks good. So yeah, there you have it. Your logo animation with the depth of field blur. Then you can connect this up with the media out. And you can see your animation in the edit page as well. So that's it for this video, guys. I hope this video was helpful. If it was, then leave a like and also subscribe to this channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.